Hey, it's Craig. You may recognize me as Stuttering Craig from way back in the old internet days. You may call me Craig now, that is it. I'm glad you guys are here. Today we're going to have a good day because we are going to be taking a look at some hidden gems on the NES. There's a bunch of them. Did you know I played every single game in the NES catalog? Every single game. I played through it on stream for over the course of like 8-9 months. It took forever. It was super fun. And that's actually how I finished streaming before I left streaming. It was an amazing time. And I've graded and scored every single NES game in existence that I played. I don't know, there may be like one or two out there, but either way, today I'm going to give you some hidden gems that you may not be aware of out there that I really liked for whatever reason. You may notice some themes throughout here, and as a matter of fact, I would love to hear some hidden gems you like down in the comments below on the NES. I did a video like this about the Super Nintendo not so long ago. You guys seem to enjoy that one, so I figured to come back with this. And if you guys do enjoy these videos, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up are great. Subscriptions are even better because I do classic stuff like this every once in a while. Most of the time we're looking back on the old internet days, but you guys do still like to hear my thoughts on retro stuff, which is great. A big thank you to my two super thankers last video, Backyard TARDIS and Lauren. Thank you all very much for your support. Greatly appreciate that. And Fox Eye Valkyrie as well. Greatly appreciate your support with the super thanking. Awesome stuff. As always, I want to remind you that your super thanks, your PayPal donations, your Prime subs on Twitch, they go to support my youth girls soccer team, my 9 and 10-year-old girls that I coach as they make the move up to competitive to help subsidize some of the cost associated with that. So I appreciate y'all's support. Let's get into this bad boy, shall we? Today we're going to take a look at 4. I like to do my Mount Rushmore or top 4. I'd say these aren't really top 4, but they're just kind of like a group. Because like I said, there are a lot. So let's get into the first one on the list. If you're a fan of the 80s, you may remember this franchise. Or I guess it was a cartoon, really. I'm talking about Monsters in My Pocket. Let's get in. Did you know they made the game out of this? And did you know that it was awesome? Did you know that it had a very Konami feel? Because that's who made it. It felt very similar to like a Ninja Turtles. But look, you're tiny. I always love games where you are undersized, like, you know, Mario 3, right, on World 4, or something along this, where you're just a tiny little thing. You're a monster in my pocket. This is the first level where you are, you know, running around inside of a house, and you are Frankenstein at this point. So, I also love the music on this. It's really, really good. Man, beat the hell out of that wizard or witch or whatever she is. But I just think this game is super fun. They got a double jump. How many NES games have a double jump? Not many. I mean, this is straight up action right here. You got little skeleton guys bowling heads at you. Nice move right there from the player. Big thanks to World of Long Plays for this gameplay here as we go through. This is not my gameplay. Let's take a look at a fight against a boss here. Get on it. You know, pretty standard stuff when it comes to you know, NES fighting games. I love that you can punch the knives. That's really, really great. Or at least like action platformers. I guess that's what this game would be more like. Pretty basic stuff, but super fun. Man, look at him teabag the crap out of it. Go get him, Frankenstein. Let's skip ahead a little bit and see what we got here. Because guess what? You can go between the two. You got your Frankenstein and you got your crazy Dracula monster, I believe. I think you can switch between the two. Yeah, there we go. Get on it. Let's skip ahead a little bit and see what we got. Fighting ghosts. We're still inside the house. Look at that. I love being on those burners. So once again, if you just like the classic run and gun action, I mean, this is a really fun game, and Konami is top tier. I mean, look at these guys are how big are those eggs out of those dino men, those little dinosaurs? We're gonna fight in the freezer here. Like, how fun, how cool! Pardon the pun there. How cool is this? Ha ha! I apologize for that. So there you go. There's number 4. I strongly suggest if you have a NES Classic that's modded, or you want to, if you can't find this game on the actual, I always do appreciate people who play on the actual hardware itself. But if you can't, you can check this game out. However way, it's not my job to decide how you're gonna play this stuff. But Monsters in My Pocket, pretty good stuff. Man, teabag the shit out of them. Let's go. All right, number something on my list. Number 1 on my list was Monster My Neighbor. Pretty fun. I think it's great. I think it's great. Number 2 on my list. I've talked about this game before in the past in top 10s. I think I even did a video game vault on this a long, long time ago. But if you like Mega Man and if you like Capcom, there is a game that came out that most nobody knows about. I mean, I would say 95% of people on the who owned an NES probably have never heard of this game. But it was just drastically underlooked, which is why it is a hidden gem. Okay, it's called Wampum. Back in the day, we called these people Indians. Now they're called Native Americans because that's politically correct. Even though, I don't know, but so we have this Native American guy running around, and it's like a Native American Mega Man, and you can extend out your little spear, which I don't really know what that has to do with Native Americans. Like, there's all sorts of stuff in this game that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Like, why are you fighting mushrooms? I don't know, but you have this is a game where you can kind of select your boss that you're gonna fight as you make your way through, similar to Mega Man, hence the Mega Man connection. But you go through and you have, like, there's a currency in it where you collect these little nuts, and you can upgrade your weaponry and all sorts of stuff. This guy's pretty good. You can tell this guy's definitely played some Wampum before. But I remember seeing this game in Nintendo Power and thinking, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And even every time I play this game, I think, oh, that's pretty nice. So you got an extra lantern there, finding all the secrets. So you can actually extend out your bow, as I said. Oh, look, and you got a little helmet down here on the bottom, and you can get fully charged up. So there you go. Here's your Mega Man style. That was like the intro level. That was like Mega Man X before Mega Man X was a thing, you know? You had your intro level going in. Who'd have thought Wampum playing a role in Mega Man X? And listen to its music. Pretty cool. Pretty good. I mean, it's very Capcom. Very Capcom. Nowadays, this game would be slammed for, I don't know, something. Or celebrated. I don't know. Hell, I don't know what people will get upset about today. Look at that down thrust. You got a down thrust like Zelda. You have an up thrust like Zelda 2. This guy's farming the shit out of things over here. Going straight on down. Look at this guy go. This guy's figuring all the good stuff out. There you go. Look at how extended out his staff is. Isn't that great? Anyways, so Wampum. I love this game. It's super fun. It has a lot of, I don't know, people say game mechanics. It has a lot of stuff to do with your staff. It's difficult. I don't think I've ever actually beat this game, but if you like run and gun just action, this is super fun. Look, and he has superpowers that you can switch between once you beat certain bosses. You can float on things, and yeah, so you can switch them up there in the upper left corner. Wampum. Oh, that's another one of those superpowers. Brrr. Cool. There you go. Wampum. I don't really have much else to say about that one. Okay. So Wampum in there. I'll tell you, this next one is, it's kind of rare. Kind of rare in the grand scheme of NES games. Came out late in the NES life cycle, but this is a game that I really enjoyed when I played through, and I thought I would enjoy it, but when I really dug into it, I enjoyed it even more. And I'm talking about Mighty Final Fight. Another Capcom game. You guys know I love me some Capcom. Love me some Capcom. But the thing about this game that's pretty interesting is that it's like kind of a chibi style Final Fight, but it has all three characters in there, including Mr. Beast. It's got Cody, Guy, and Hagar. And you can play as all of them, which, if you recall, I talked about Final Fight on the Super Nintendo recently. If you recall, Final Fight on the Super Nintendo only had one. This game, I think, came out like two years after the original Final Fight. But it has kind of a, obviously a Double Dragon style feel to it. It has the XP system down on the bottom. It keeps track of all the enemies' health down at up at the top. You know, the HUD in the game is not super special or anything to look at, but all the characters play differently. It like I said, it does kind of have a River City Ransom thing going on for it in a weird way. As you make your way through and you get your XP and you level up your characters and stuff. So I think this game is super fun. I don't recall this game having two-player simultaneous action. But that's because the only times I played it was single player. So I think it's just a single player game. But either way, hey, I don't know. For me, playing games multiplayer really kind of started in the Super Nintendo era, having a second player to play with. But super fun game. It kind of makes fun of itself. It has the big old characters. These guys definitely resembles something of a double dragon. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Hey, look at that guy. You recognize that guy from the Final Fight in the arcade? Sure do. That's what is it, Thrasher? Is that his name? I'm sure he'll make it into Street Fighter at some point, apparently. I did the video on the top 10 underrated Street Fighter characters. And people seem to enjoy going back and taking a look at that one. And I learned a lot about the characters from your comments. So once again, your comments are greatly appreciated. Give it up for round one right there. So get a little cutscene in here, a little cutscene, no? Or do we just move on to the next thing? Yeah, there you go. Man, listen, once again, listen to this music. It's so classic Capcom. This guy just looks like a big old bum right here, jumping around his, I mean, I'm sure he is. You can't say bum. Hey, I love that every video, there's something I find out that I'm not allowed to say, which I don't care about. Love it. So there you go. There's a mighty final fight. Look, we're already inside the little thing where you fight the guy in the wheelchair and stuff. And to get an ad. True. This episode is sponsored by Tavala, which is like a kitchen thing. I don't know. My wife, I think, would like it, which is why YouTube gives me the ads. Anyways, number 4 on my list of underrated gems. Once again, if you'd like to see more videos of my thoughts on these underrated gems, like I said, I played every single NES game. I would love to provide you more. Actually, I had like 8, but I didn't want to make this video forever long. So I'll just get you this one more, and I could definitely dig into do future videos like this. Please tell me in the comments down below. This last one, I grew up with the original title. This is a sequel. The first game I actually owned. The second game I rented from 2-Day Video. 2-Day Video, that's a 2, number 2, not spelled out. It was a number, damn it, like Street Fighter 2. And I rented this game, and I thought it was really, really fun. 3 days, by the way, $3.22. I remember that's how much it cost to rent video games, $3.22. And it was like a big deal. Man, can we just stop for a second and talk about how great it was to go up and actually like rent video games for a while? Like there was that window, that 10, 15-year window, maybe a 10-year window where you like rented games for your Nintendo or Super Nintendo, or I think even like the 64, like that era. Man, that was such a fun era because you get to, it's like testing out the games. It was like a secret club. It was so fun. Anyways, all right, this final game, like I said, it's a sequel to a classic arcade game, and the original game I owned on the NES. I'm talking about Spy Hunter. Super Spy Hunter, on the other hand, was definitely a different. I'd say the difference between Super Spy Hunter and Spy Hunter outside of the name is it's not just moving forward. This game has an ending to it. It still looks very similar. It starts off very similar. Different style guns immediately, and instead of going in the red buses or the red whatever they are, the red cars to get your stuff, you just shoot them and you get them, which really defeats the purpose of having good guys and bad guys. Let's get some oil slick here. You can run the oil, but you can tell this game definitely has a different look than the original version of this. It's still done by Sunsoft. And you can see there's all sorts of angles, and it's telling you which way to go. It's a very difficult game. But Super Spy Hunter is really, really fun. Really, really fun. And, like, once again, there's branching paths. Look at that. That's so good. This is just really fun to watch. And it's even more fun to play. Jump! What? Why are there jumps? Then you go into the boat. You remember how amazing it was in the original Spy Hunter when you actually, got to the boat section? And I remember hearing rumors that you could be a helicopter in the original Spy Hunter. Like that was the big secret, you know. But alas, I don't think I ever saw that. I don't think that was a real thing. So get on that. But Super Spy Hunter, really, really fun. I've always enjoyed this game. Oh, we're about to get into a boss fight. I think we are. Look, we're like a minute in. Oh, look at this bridge. This is so good. So good, man. Let's skip ahead to later. It's all just drive in. Here we are, and we got these cool weaponry. Look at all the stuff that's going on here, man. There's a lot of scrolling and weird things happening on the side. We're gonna go to the Young Women's Leadership Summit in Dallas, June 2nd through 4th. Everyone go there. Free advertising. But just take a second and listen to this. This is like, it's really classic Sunsoft. Has that deep bass to it. The tunes. That's great, man. Good stuff. It's so, I mean, certain companies had a certain sound to them. Sunsoft is definitely one of those companies that had a certain sound to it, man. By the way your gun moves, you can control that as you play. So the idea of like this game totally gives the player all the control here. All of the control. Great stuff. Let's skip ahead here. Look at all this nonsense that's happening on screen. This is just insanity. It's much of the same, but if you want a good, like, shoot 'em up, man, go get it. Look at all this bullet hell thing going on. There's so much crap happening on the screen, I don't even know. Anyways, there you go. There's 4 games that you should definitely check out in the future. If you like Nintendo, if you like video games, I'm going to give you the good stuff. Some hidden gems. As always, I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. I'm going to pull you down, audio. You're a little too hot for me because we're fighting a boss right now. And there's all sorts of craziness happening on screen. You can hear the ding, 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 ding. I'm going to just pause you. Okay, we're done there. All right, so there you go. Once again, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Let me know what other hidden gems, at least I know all of the hidden games, all of them. Let me know what other consoles you'd like to see me do them on. Because, listen, I got a wealth of retro knowledge up here just waiting to be shared with you. As always, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Your super thanks, your PayPal donations, greatly appreciated. Your support always there. Let's continue to grow just a little bit more every single day, like a little bean sprout sprouting up to the sky. There you go. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around noonish, 2, 1 Central Time. Just sometime in the middle of the day, giving you a break. You guys have a great day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got to go. Go get it. See you guys later. Bye-bye.